sweating. Sorry if I look greasy. But I just want like a small video. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this up or not, so just bear with me. So I know about the story about Sonia, and I didn't see the footage. And I was on Instagram checking some messages and taking care of some social media business, and I happened to come across the footage. The moment she ducked, she was no longer a threat. She ducked and she said she was sorry. She was no longer a threat. She ducked. She did not step back. She did not come around her counter. She ducked and said, I was sorry. I think the issue that we have in America with our law enforcement, and this is saying this from people that I have family and friends who are in law enforcement. The issue this country is having with law enforcement is that they're not properly trained. Once I seen that video, I started doing research. So within 4 years, that was his sixth precinct, and nobody's seen a problem. Nobody's seen a problem. How is it that the boot camp for the military, the armed service, how is it longer than the police academy? That doesn't make any sense. So we're hiring them to protect and serve, but they can act on impulses and take a life. How many more Black women's names do we have to say? How many more do we have to say before somebody realizes that this is a serious issue? She ducked and she said she was sorry. And you opened fire on her? You opened fire? This is crazy. This is crazy. She called for help in her home. And because you didn't want boiling water thrown on you, she never said she was going to throw it on you. What she said was she rebuked you in the name of Jesus. And you opened fire. And there was another officer in the home. There was two fucking officers. So did both fucking officers open fire? This is crazy. We should not have to be saying RIP to this system. We shouldn't. We shouldn't be saying RIP to any Black woman that call for help. And I know that right now that her murder, that's what it is. It's a fucking murder. It's a damn near a murder. You know what? It's not even a murder. It's a fucking execution. That's what the fuck it was. It was a fucking execution. She posed no fucking threat. No threat. That was execution. You shoot once to warn. You don't empty the clip. That was a fucking execution. And I don't care if this live gets taken down. I don't care if I get striked. I don't fucking care. I'm so tired of writing RIP to Black women who call for help and lose their life. You would have thought these motherfuckers would have learned after fucking Brianna, who was sleeping in her home. And no-knock warrants are the worst thing possible. And I know that a lot of time I don't get online and I don't talk about politics because I go fucking deep with politics. And it's not that I go deep with politics because I'm trying to defend the politicians. I go deep because us as citizens, we're not fucking protected, especially black women. It's no fucking way that they showed up to her home and it was two officers and she was executed. She didn't even have a weapon. She didn't even throw the water at them. She fucking ducked. Do you know how hot a pot of fucking scalding boiling water is? And I'm pretty, matter of fact, I know right now my kitchen's a little messy, but that's okay. Let me show y'all the size of the pot she had. Hold on one second. It's not behind me. Hold on one second. This is the size of the pot she had. This is the size of a pot she had. This is the size of the pot she had boiling water. This pot is the same fucking dish as my dog's water bowls. Hold on, this is one of their water bowls. Hold on. Do y'all see how deep this fucking bowl is? Do you see how deep this bowl is? Do you see how deep this pot is? What would have happened? It would have, I don't know, scorched his shoulder, maybe his arm. If she would have just flamed the water, your shoulder, your arm. Okay, cool. You could come back from that. You could press charges from that. You can arrest her. You could get some fucking cream. That's that's how you saw that. You don't fucking empty the clip on somebody that does not pose a threat. The moment she told them, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and they rebutted, and she said, I am sorry, and she ducked. And she didn't only duck once, she ducked twice. She ducked twice as if they were opening fire. This is the bullshit that everybody be fucking talking about in America. This is the unjust of the black woman. That we can't even, and you know what? I'm Southern, and as y'all know, I am heavily religious based. I guarantee they made her feel uncomfortable to the point she told them to bite her tongue because as black women, we have to bite our tongue so we're not posed as a threat. We're not posed as aggressive. So for most of us, we say, you know what? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. That's what stops us from going off the deep end with they crazy asses. But the fact that a pot this size, do y'all know what I cook in this pot? This pot I use to cook a pound of rice for the dogs. This pot I use to just boil some veggies for the dogs. Sometimes I make a roux in this pot, depending on the size dish I'm cooking. I use a roux for this pot. This is not a very large pot. I have larger pots that I use. This is not a large pot. This pot, that I actually do have water. I was boiling some water because I was, you know, um, filling up my shampooers today to clean. This pot, I boil water on. But this pot, I could probably soak somebody with it. Understandable. Not justifying it. But the pot I use to cook the dog's rice, that's not justified. I can maybe boil 3 or 2 chicken thighs, maybe boil about 4 chicken legs. This is not a size pot to pose a threat. Whether I'm filling it with water or I'm using it, because it's pretty, you can see, I'm able to handle it, it's pretty light. I could smack you with it, but I would have to be close enough to you to do it. The distant in the video, and the fact that he's even backing up was no threat. And she ducked twice. And you ruthless motherfucker, you have been at 6 precincts in 4 years. Mm, that's saying something. That's saying that when the Eternals came in to do their reviews, they're covering something. I'm gonna do my digging because I'm gonna find out why he was at 6 different precincts. I told y'all I'm hot, and I'm in the kitchen, and I've been doing stuff, and I have the door open. I haven't turned the air on because I've been running back and forth with the dogs, but I just had to come live because I couldn't I just couldn't comprehend. And I guarantee with us having to vote in November, they're going to try to destroy this woman's reputation. They're going to tear her life from strim to strim. They're going to go all the way back to her high school days to try and find some dirt to justify this execution, because that's what the fuck it was, a fucking execution. She posed no motherfucking threat. I could understand if you the issue with most of the police on the force nowadays is that they try to take the the mindset. Don't mind my lock, y'all. I gotta do my retwist, and I just been lazy, and it's hot, and I just ain't got time. But most officers try to act like they're in the military. When you are in the military, you have to have a 3 point. I'm not, hold on, let me see, make sure I'm explaining this right. You have to have a 3 point, what is it? It says, hold on. I'm trying to think of the proper terms. I don't want to say it wrong. You have to have a 3 point threat. It has to be it has to connect before you go in for a kill shot. Now, most people who are taught, like me, by their uncles and their grandfathers who have fire, we are taught you shoot with the intent to kill. Twice in the body, one in the head. When it's a threat, in this situation, it wasn't a threat. You should have never grabbed that gun. You should have grabbed your taser. You have your service pistol on one side and you have that taser on another side. If you think she was a threat and she was holding water, you should have shot that goddamn taser. You should have shot that fucking taser or pepper sprayed her. You should have never emptied the clip. That is fucking execution. It's fucking execution. How many more black women are going to be fucking executed for people to wake the fuck up? Wake the fuck up. Now you have another mother that has to be prepared to bury her daughter when they didn't have to. They did not have, they shouldn't be burying her. I have seen hostile situations with the job that I have. Sometimes I have patients, clients, they get a little crazy. I have dealt with hostile situations where it has could have gone that way, but it didn't go that way. So obviously they need to go back to the drawing board and retrain these motherfucking officers. Retrain them. Have somebody come out when it's a mental health situation. Have somebody come out with them if it's a hostile situation. We should not be saying RIP to another black woman. We should this shit is fucking crazy. She posed no threat. And from the way it looked in the camera, it looked like she was standing where I'm standing at her kitchen and they were standing at the end of my island. That's about fucking 10 feet, maybe six, depending how big your foot is. 10 to 6 steps for me to get from where I'm standing now to the end of my island. And you're still fucking backing up. What the, what the fuck, man? What is it gonna take? What the fuck is it gonna take? What do you guys say? I'm sorry, I haven't really. Thank you for everybody coming in. Thank you, like, share me out. Sorry, I'm kind of in my emotions because shit like this just fucking really upsets me. It just really upsets. Let me just drink some of my soda. It really upsets me when people lose their life in senseless acts that didn't have to happen. This is an issue that should have never have to happen, and we've seen it in the past. Oh, he's gonna get tried if they press charges, if they get it to stick. We're still waiting for the fucking Derek man to go to jail. We're still fucking waiting. We're still fucking waiting. Well, this is just it's too much. I need a snack. This is too much. But what did you say, family of six? Yes. From him saying that statement alone, that is premeditated murder. So they can't prove that no matter what she done after that, that he was not going to shoot her in the face, that he was not going to take her life. She could have fucking hit the goddamn Dougie or fucking jerk with the fucking water, with the pot in her hand and shit. It doesn't fucking matter. It don't matter. He already told her he was going to shoot her in the face. You know what? I think I'm going to follow this story and we going to talk about this because this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. And I don't know if some of you guys feel the way I feel. I do not like calling the police. Matter of fact, my neighbor across the street is a fucking police captain. I avoid him at all costs. I came home today. I don't know what the fuck happened. I came home today. My garage was open after the storm. We think maybe it was the power. We think maybe I might have hit the button coming into the community. We don't know. He came outside to ask me if I need help. I said, "Oh no, I'm fine." And I just brought brought my truck in the garage, closed it, and went on about my business. He came back like maybe like 10 minutes later, like, oh, came to the door. Oh, is everything okay? Was anything missing? No, we're fine because I locked my garage door. So even if they got in my garage, you can't get in the house. And if you get in the house, one of these damn demon dogs gon' fucking eat your ass. Sorry if you guys could hear them in the background. It's late. Bane is grumpy. Thor's whining. Hey, enough. Stop. Leave. Bane. Child. But yeah, it's just. Well, that's all I have to say. You guys have a good night. We gonna finish talking about this in the morning. I'm gonna go try to do some more research, and we gonna follow this shit. You guys be blessed, be safe, drink water. Please be safe. Bye.